Today we're gonna make some 2-ingredient ravioli bites, and all you need is some sliced cheese. I'm using provolone. You could use mozzarella, whatever you have. Just not American. American cheese does not bake well, it just gets melty. So something like provolone or mozzarella would be better. And the second ingredient is just some sort of meat to fill it up. I'm using these sausage crumbles. Where is your beautiful baby? She is on the couch with Anna having some milkies. Alright, so I'm just sprinkling a little bit of the sausage crumbles. I do this with ground beef too, and it's really good that way. Love your book. The autobiographical part is wonderful. Hey, thank you, Andrea. I'm glad you guys are liking the written part of the book as well. It's not just a cookbook. Love your recipes. Hey, thank you, Tina. Am I saying that right? Tanya? All right, so we've gotten all of these little ravioli bites ready. We're just gonna season them with some oregano. You could season with Italian seasonings, whatever you have. Garlic powder might be good. And now we're just gonna fold them over like this. And bake them at 400 for about 10 minutes. Got your book this weekend. Can't wait to open it up. Hey, I'm so excited for you. And I hope that you make a lot of the recipes and enjoy them all. All right, guys, I've gotten all of these folded over now and just into the air fryer. Or I'm gonna set them in the air fryer on the bake setting. So you would wanna bake these 400 for 10 minutes. Just discovered your page and loving the recipes. Thank you, Serenity. Alright, I'm just pressing buttons right now. And we're good. Alright, sorry. I am back. You pronounced it correctly. You know what sucks? I forget how I pronounced it. Did I say Tynia? How much is your book? It is on sale right now for 25 bucks. The reason I have to price it so high is because when you publish through Amazon, the cost of like printing books, and then they also take 30%. In order for me to make any money at all, I have to charge $30. I ran into an issue where it was so expensive to print it that I almost would like just get literally $0 per book. And I almost ran back and had to have my editor shrink the book down, but then we figured out like there's like a different page type we could use to get the price a little lower, and that worked out. But it's just because it has so many pages with like, I'll show you these pages where it's just like a whole picture. These make the book really expensive to print. But the book is filled with lots of super yummy recipes, meal plans, grocery lists, tons of informative. Look at all that written content. I sat in front of the computer for 3 months writing all of this. And we worked on these recipes for like 2-3 years. Yeah, the pictures in the book were a priority for me. I was like, we need pictures. I get these cookbooks, sounds like Taina, so Taina. Okay, so I got it right. That's a perfect way to describe it. I also have to do the same thing with my name, which is Iric. I always say like iPhone, but Rick. Because that's my actual name. A lot of people think my name is just Rick, and I put the I in front of it as an influencer thing or something. No, it's Iric. Pictures are beautiful. Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, I need this. Chelsea, you can get it on Amazon. It is called Carefree Keto. And if you guys have gotten it, please go to Amazon, leave a review. I think we're close to 50 right now. And no bad reviews yet. Anna was joking with me the other night and told me that there was this terrible review and she was like making it up and I was getting sad. And then she was like, just kidding. But we do jokes like that all the time to each other, so it wasn't mean. Can't wait to get your book. Hey, thank you, T. Hetcher. Worth every dollar. Thank you, Nick Snana. Worth it. Thank you, Karen. Would you ever stop being keto? So I think that keto is something I will do, if not forever, for a long time because of how it affects my brain, how I feel. I used it to lose 80 pounds. That was all I cared about, as most people who go on any diet do. It's like, I'm overweight. I've been overweight my whole life. This is the only thing that's helped me lose weight, so this is what I'm gonna do. That was my mindset when I started keto. And then I got around to my goal and I started noticing all these other benefits and I started just feeling good and loving the lifestyle, and I was like, man, I could keep doing this. And then when I started Keto Snacks, I found other people who were like, didn't even have weight to lose, but just started doing keto for the benefits. And that was what really compelled me to consider this a long-term lifestyle change. But I do respect the fact that some people just love rice and potatoes way too much to ever do keto long-term. So if you are going to do keto short-term, there are just a few things. Let me check on these. Oh, the cheese is getting melty already. Nice. So there are just a few things to consider and think about. If you're going to do keto short term, let me be up to date with the comments though. If you're going to do keto short term, you want to make sure when you transition off, you're still living a healthy lifestyle. Because if you're trying to lose 50 pounds and you do keto and you lose the 50 pounds, and then you're like, all right, time to go back to Sonic milkshakes and Taco Bell. Well, that is called yo-yo dieting. And every time you go on a diet, lose weight, go back to fast food, gain it all back, the next time around, it's even harder to lose the weight. So if you're gonna use keto to lose weight as a short-term fix, which is great because you do lose a lot of water weight when you do keto, it's easier for a lot of people to just naturally fall into a calorie deficit without counting calories. That's what happened to me. But if you want to transition off of keto, you just have to make sure you're still living a healthy lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, you have to maintain some sort of healthy lifestyle in order to maintain the weight loss. It doesn't work if you go back to Taco Bell and Oreos. Unless you religiously track your calories. And if that's the case, that's not going to be fun because as somebody who started tracking my macros in November, it's very hard to stay at a calorie maintenance with junk food because you have 3 bites and it's like 1,000 calories compared to other foods that are more satiating. Like a plate of chicken breast with a side of avocado that has some everything bagel sprinkled on it and some like roasted vegetables, that's gonna fill you up. But if you just have like a deep fried Twinkie, that's like 2 days worth of calories and you could have 7 of the other plates I just described. Should you work out while on keto? So these things are getting done. Let me check on them one more time. I can smell them. The edges are starting to brown. I'm going to set it to broil for like half a second. And my answer to should you work out on keto is very short. Yes, anyone and everyone should work out. Everything about your life will improve if you work out, opposed to not working out. It doesn't mean you have to, because if you're just eating healthy, that's a good start, you know? I'm just really eyeing these because we've messed up a few recipes in the past few weeks on these lives, and I really don't want today to be one of those. I used my MyFitnessPal. I don't think it's great for counting net carbs because it counts a lot of it makes mistakes and tells me I've had more net carbs than I've actually had. I've heard Carb Manager doesn't do that. Alright, so these are the Ravioli Bites. They're kind of big, but they're so good. And we're going to put them on a little plate and have them with some marinara sauce. Let me make sure I don't touch this. How do you feel? Oh, how you feel on this way of eating is better than the junk. Absolutely. So much research out now about the mental health benefits of keto, so much more than a weight loss method. Exactly. It's like, as somebody who, so I got a cold plunge, right? Literally just for the mental health benefits, because there always comes a time of day where I have a lot of stuff on my to-do list and I don't feel like doing it. And it's easy to just drink another cup of coffee and now you feel like doing it. But the problem is I have a limit on coffee. It's like 2 cups a day and my sleep goes to crap. And I'm not a fan of sacrificing your sleep to get things done. The cool thing about the cold plunge is or a cold shower. I did cold showers for 3 months before I pulled the trigger on the cold plunge. So it's not like cold showers don't work. You don't have to buy some expensive tub. But anyway, that is a tool to help me get things done and feel good throughout the day. Ever since I got it a few days ago, I've used it like 20 times. Anna thinks it's crazy how I've used it so many times. But I love tools that make you feel good. And that's what keto does. It's like it's hard at the beginning, but once you get used to it, you just feel good. Your brain enjoys it. Your brain likes when you're just feeding it nutritious things. It's literally just called the cold plunge, Spark. Alright, and guys, we have to let these cool for a minute before they're edible, because right now the cheese is just too melty. So let me get a rack so they cool faster. You could also put like onions inside of the cheese, whatever else you want. I ordered your book. I'm going blueberry picking and can't wait to make your sweet bread. Oh, let's get it. You're gonna make it with real fresh blueberries. Nice. When I was growing up, we had some sort of berry tree in our backyard. And it was a tree that had berries on it. But these are the Ravioli Bites. They're so good with marinara. I bet they would also be good with Alfredo sauce. I haven't been on in a while. You look like you lost weight. So when we found out Sophia was pregnant, it was kind of an excuse. Sorry. I won't be saying that for hopefully another 20 plus years. But when we found out Anna was pregnant, I was like, all right, we're going to do this. Like, we're going to stay keto. But then, the pregnancy cravings hit. And I was like getting desserts and sweet potato fries when we'd go out to eat. And pretty much every weekend I was like having this like massive feast of carbs. And I put on 15 pounds throughout the pregnancy. And then a few weeks afterwards, I used that as an excuse to just keep on feasting and eating whatever I wanted. And we moved and a lot happened. And anytime Anna's family comes to visit, I use it as an excuse to just like go off plan, or anytime anyone really comes to visit. So we were moving and we were having people come see Sophia, and I was like just pigging out on all the carbs, and I gained 15 pounds. And I saw that as an opportunity to be like, dang, if I'm gonna only be like really faithful to keto 6 days a week, and then sometimes I'll go off for 2 or 3 days, how can I do this in a responsible way? And tracking my calories really helped me with that, because I didn't put like a big deficit or anything. It was like 200 calorie deficit per day. And as an active 27-year-old male, that's like 2,600 calories. and I learned how to manage it. I like went through the pitfalls of snacking on nuts isn't great for your weight loss goals. Maybe use them to like have with your breakfast if you need some more fats, but you really don't need to be snacking on all of these calorie dense foods throughout the week. And then I just like managed to get a grasp on, all right, my energy balance. I'm putting this much food in my body, I'm burning this much food, that's why I gained 15 pounds. And keto helps you do that, but if you're going through big lifestyle changes like moving, baby, whatever, where you're going off plan, you can add an extra layer of restriction. Some people use intermittent fasting, and that could be just as helpful because you may get overwhelmed from calories. So, but the calorie counting thing is just the path that I decided to take, and it helped me drop 15 pounds of the fatherhood 15. I saw you make those a while back and they are so delicious. I'm glad you like them. Yeah, they're so easy. Look at this. And we're just gonna put them on a plate with some marinara sauce. We could just do like this as the cover photo. 2 ingredient ravioli bites. You love Alfredo sauce, yum. Spark, I really do love Alfredo sauce. I don't like the Rayos, so most Alfredo sauces have some vegetable oils in them. I'm not a huge fan of vegetable oil because it's just not great what it does to your body. But the Rayos is the one that doesn't have any vegetable oil. And my luck, I just don't like the Rayos, so I do use the other ones, or you can make your own. I don't like when I make my own. It's okay, but it's not as good as like the Bertolli $2 jar from Walmart. I just really like that one. So I don't eat Alfredo sauce all the time, but I do love it. And if you really want it to be like a serious ravioli vibe, you can just put it in a dish and like cover it in marinara sauce. I just think because the way the cheese firms up, it's easy to just put them on a plate and dip them. I mean, the picture might actually look better if we just leave them on the parchment paper and take a picture like this. Wow, Sophia. Sophia's so good at talking now. Oh, these look amazing on the parchment paper. Guys, the picture looks so good on the parchment paper, that's how we gotta do it. Alright, I'll do one more and then we're done. Alright, let's get some marinara sauce. It is Sophia in the background. She's trying to talk. Or she's not trying, she is talking. Alright, let's try one more picture with the marinara in the middle. I think this will look kind of good. And then I'm done taking pictures, I promise. Alright, one with the dip. And then we're really done. Oh, too late. The phone, the battery died, so we're just gonna take a bite. Yummy, yummy. Anna does not like cooking on the lives because she's busy with Sophia all day, and she just like, it would just be too much to have, because not everybody enjoys being on camera, and to be taking care of a baby all day, and then like at the end of the day you just have, oh no, I have to get on camera at the end of the day, it would just be very stressful. So that's why she doesn't really cook along. All right, let's take a bite. Oh my God. Thank you, Belle. I used oregano. You could use Italian seasoning too. Oh my God. It's so good. I just almost choked on a piece of sausage. I used provolone. How did that just happen? Something just happened where a piece of marinara flew onto my phone screen. Spark is making them right now. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right, you guys. This recipe is not in the book, but I'm gonna put it in the caption. I always put the recipe in the caption. It's time for Sophia to say hi.
Oh, she's naked.
Oh. Never mind. Anna took all of her clothes off. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I'm gonna get off here. I love you. I believe in you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed rest of your night.